Welcome to Chapter 1, Accounting. In this accounting class for Chapter 1, we are going to create a professional portfolio on Google Sites. Now, if you already have a Google Site account, you're going to have to decide whether or not this site will work for a professional portfolio. If it does not, you can just create a second site. That would be fine. So the first thing that we need to do is we're going to go to our Google Apps. Well, first you're going to open up in Google Chrome, and then once it opens, you're going to go to the far right side and you're going to click on your Google Apps, which is your 9 dots, and then we're going to go down and find our drive. So we're going to click on our drive. Google Sites saves itself inside our Google Drive, so whenever you want to access your Google Sites, you can just log into Google Drive. Now, for your professional account, you need to use your Stillman Valley High School professional email account. I am not going to do that because my Stillman Valley account is so full that I'm going to go down and use the account I had created specifically for demonstration for this class. So I'm going to go down to my MurphCat 72. I'm going to select that. You're going to have to log in if you have not logged in already. So I'm going to log in to get to my drive. And when I get to my drive, that's when I can actually set up my Google Sites account. So I am now loaded into my Google Sites account, and I'm going to want to create my site, and I can do it right here. If I go up to my drive and click on that drop down and then scroll down till I get to more, I will find Google Sites. So I'm going to select that. And Google Sites is a pre-formatted web page. So when it opens up, it will already have a format for you. So you don't have to worry about HTML or CSS, but you can go in and change the HTML CSS if you want. But for those of you who are not sure about web design, you can just use this pre-formatted. So let's go up to the very top left. We always want to title our site. So let's put this as our first and last name. Oops. And then let's put portfolio so that we know this is our portfolio. I hit enter, and then I'm going to, oops, I need to change this. Oops, if I can spell. So I want both of these, the title up here, my site document name to be Kathy Murphy Portfolio, and then my logo, my name down here will be that. You can add a logo if you want. We're going to go to the middle of the page, and we're going to call this by our first and last name, our portfolio. Since we want to use this for other classes to save our professional work, let's just call it our portfolio. Now, I want to expand this title. So to do that, I'm just going to go over and grab that blue circle, and I can drag it to the right, then drag it on both sides to the right. So now I have my pages all set up. Right now, if I go down and click on header type, it's going to give me the large banner option. By default, you're going to get the banner, and then you can have the title only if that's what you want as well. I prefer the banner, so I'm going to select banner. It's just largely your preference. All right, so now if I want to change the background to this masthead, this header section, I can go to change image, click on that drop down, and I can upload an image. If you upload an image, you have to make sure that image is Creative Commons. If you use someone's image without permission, you could be in trouble. So make sure that whatever you put up there is Creative Commons. So, or I can go down to select image, and it will give me some pre-formatted images that I can use on my website. And so here are some of them. So if I scroll down, I have some options here that I can use. Again, what you want to choose is purely up to you. So you can see all of them. That's kind of cool. I'll take that cloud. And it's loading that up. So now I have my masthead set up. All right, this is our home page. So there it is. Now it's all loaded up. Now on the home page, we're going to do a couple things. We're going to go and make sure that on the right side, there's 3 tabs, the Insert tab, Pages, and Themes. I'd like you to click on Insert, and then let's add a text box. So we're going to do that. And then what I want you to do is here, I want you to type in, here is a listing of classes that I have taken through the 2018-2019 school year. That way, if you do decide to send this to any to school, so they see your portfolio and your professional work, you're also going to be sending them a list of classes that you've taken. So I'm going to hit the Enter key once. And since we're talking about a list of classes, let's go over and select list. Now let's do a bullet. I think that's probably better to use. So I'm going to put a bullet in here, and I'm going to put in accounting 1. I might have had introduction to computers. I might have history. I could have, probably had English. So you can set up a list that has all of the classes that you have taken to date, and how you list them is purely up to you. So once you have that set, we're going to select that first paragraph. We want that to stand out a little bit. So instead of putting it as normal text, let's put it as a heading. All right, so it kind of stands out, and there are my classes. Now the second text box that we're going to add, we're going to go up to our text box. It's going to go insert it right below, and we are going to add my career interest. And here you want to talk about what careers you're interested in. And then I would also like you to add in there how you think accounting can help you with your career. So let's say I am interested in maybe an accounting career or a web design career. How do I think accounting will help that? So first, I am interested in accounting. I am trying to figure out if accounting would be a career that I would be interested in pursuing. And then you can talk a little bit there more, whatever your career interest is. It's largely, this is for you, and it's also for the schools you're looking at. So if you do share your portfolio with them, when you talk about your career interest, it will help them figure out really where you belong in their school, or if you belong there. And we'll change that to a heading. So once you have everything listed in there, we need to actually save this to our computer, or actually save it to our drive. So if we go up to the very top where it says publish, we're going to select publish. And then it's going to check with us, first of all, about our web address. And right now this is my web address, Kathy Murphy Portfolio. All right, so we're going to say I'm okay with that. So I'm going to say publish. So we're waiting for this to publish up. Now, to actually view this, what we're doing is we're not really viewing this on the web. We need to go see it on the web. And so if we go up to that preview, it's the little eye. It looks like the CBS eye. If I click on that, it now shows me what my website will look like. And here is all the information I just typed in. Now, if I want to see what this would look like on my phone, I click on my phone icon, and it shows me my phone icon. If I want to see what it'll look like on a tablet, I click on that. If I want to see what it's going to look like on a large screen, I click on that. So I have 3 options to see if I like how it shows up and looks on all of my different websites. I really don't like how this shows up here overlapping. But if I click the exit will take me back to edit preview. So now I have my first page set up. This is my home page. So now what we want to do is go in and set up our accounting page. To do that, we're going to go to the top right and we're going to click on pages. And if you notice, we have our home page, which is this page right here. So now we want to create another page. So I'm going to go down to the bottom where that little plus is, and I'm going to click on, let's do a new page. And let's call it Accounting 1. Then I'm going to say done. And you notice now my new page has Accounting 1 on it, and it falls underneath my home page. So let's see what that's going to look like if we go up to our preview. We're going to see that here is our accounting page. If I click my drop down, it's going to show me my home, and I can click on my home page. There's my home. So I go back to my large screen. Up at the top, I'm going to see home, and I'm going to see accounting. So let's go back to our website. There's another thing we're going to check here. This is our links that are going horizontally across our page, and they will go across. Now, if we want it to look, if we want these on the side, if we go up to our settings, this is this little wheel here, and click on our navigation settings, I can say instead of top navigation, I can change my mode to side navigation. So in my side, it's going to put a toggle here so that I have my inner or internal pages on the side rather than the top. So if I go and preview this, oops, it wants us to publish it. That's a good idea. So let's publish our site. You always want to make sure you publish after you make changes. Then we're going to go up to our preview, and we're going to see now that this is actually opening on the website, and my side links are now over here instead of at the top. All right, so let's exit back. All right, so we're going to click on our accounting page, and we're now in our accounting page. And what I would like you to do is we're going to create a sub page underneath accounting. To do that, we're going to click on the 3 dots that are to the right of accounting, and we're going to go down and we're going to find add sub page. We're going to call this, we're going to click inside here and call this chapter 1. We're going to click on done. So now we have our chapter 1. And if I look here, I'm going to say I have my home page, my accounting page, and chapter 1. If I go over here and click on my app, I'm going to have home and accounting and chapter 1. So let's go back to our accounting page. So I'm going to click on that. And then in my accounting page, I want you to go back to the Insert tab, add a text box, and I want you to explain why you are taking accounting. All right, include in this how you think accounting will help you in your future. Answer once, and then you're going to talk about, you might say, I took accounting. That's up to you. You got to just be honest about why you took accounting. I took accounting to learn whether I want to explore this class as a potential career. You might not be taking it for that reason at all, um, but you want to talk about why you're taking accounting. And then you might say, um, if I like accounting and enjoy it, if I like accounting and enjoy it, I will begin to um, um, research information about accounting classes at colleges. What you write here is completely up to you. All right. And then we're going to go back up here. It's always a good idea to make your heading, your questions stand out. So I'm going to put a heading title in there. Yours will be longer than this, but I'm just giving you an example. Now we want to put in an image. So I'm going to pull this over. So make it a little bit smaller so I can dump my image in here. And so I think what I'm going to do now is we're going to go to where it says images, and I can upload an image from my computer if I want, or my flash drive, or I can go to images that in the red that will allow me to search. Well, right now I don't have internet connection. Um, let's see if we can try it again. All this activity on my computer. Maybe it'll pop up here again. If not, you go to images and it doesn't look like it's going to access the internet for me. So try it one more time. That's what you get for having satellite internet. It's really not very dependable. All right, so now we're going to go up here to where it says search. And in there, I'm just going to type in maybe accounting, maybe careers. No, I'll just type in accounting. It's going to do a search for it. And then I can add an image. I'll take this one. And then I go over and select it. Now, once my image is inserted, all I have to do is take that image and I can just drag it to the right and it'll be alongside it. Now, it's very important, right, that you remember to publish this. And then we can view it. And now it is opening up on the web. And over here I have my home page. I have my accounting page. I have chapter 1. It's moving a little bit slow. Then I'm going to go back in because it's taking too long. But anyways, you can view your website so that you're going to see your web page. The last thing that we want to do is we can look at, you can add calendars, you can add a lot of different things to your website, but I can also change my theme. If I come over here and click on theme, there are different themes. I have my color. I can change the color. I can change it to like Aristotle. I can diplomat. So it's going to change how it kind of looks. I can do impression. And you can change the colors if you want. And then I can go to vision. So there's different things you're going to do. I think I'm going to do impression. There we go. So at this point in time, this is as far as we're going to go with our Google site. I highly recommend that you exit out. So we're going to do that. Let's just exit out of this site. Well, let's make sure we publish it. I want to do one last publish on it before I exit out to make sure that everything saves the way I want it to save. So we're going to save that. Then we're going to exit. We're going to go to our drive. I'm going to exit out of this. I'm going to go back to my drive. And I should be able to find, here's my website. underneath my files. So I can double click on that and it should open up. And remember, you can open this on your phone, on a tablet, or on your PCs. So when it opens up, hopefully it has saved everything. You will be coming back to chapter 1 to complete that page once we get through with chapter 1. So there'll be some questions that are going to call you to go back to this website and check it out. So anyways, this is taking a while to load, but there you go. So now it opens up and I can go preview it if I want. It takes a little while, but this is what you're going to actually see on your website, and you can edit this on your computer. So here's my accounting. So I click on that. There's my chapter 1. So let's go back, and there is one more thing I want to show you. If you want to add another class, let's go to Pages, and make sure that you don't add a class here, because that'll give you the sub page. Make sure you're clicking on Home, and let's say I want to add, let's say I have web design, I'm going to add web design, and then I would say done. Then so you can see that I have a web design folder and accounting folder, and I can move this. If I want to move these around, I can move these around as well. It's not letting me do it right now, but you can move these up and down. Let me see, I'll go back into, let's go back to page. I can move this down if I want. Yeah, there we go. So if you want them in order of how your classes are on a daily basis, or if you want them in alphabetical order, you can move these around. Always keep your home page at the top though. So I'm going to publish this, and so now I'm going to have actually 2 classes on there, and you can add as many classes as you want to this. So I'm going to go preview it, and there it is. It's slowly popping up. If you notice now, I have accounting, I have web design 1, so I've added, and there's my home page, and they're in alphabetical order. So that is as much as we can do with Google Sites at the present time. I suggest now you go back to the class website to find out how to start working with your actual accounting working papers and your chapters. Have fun. Thank you.